I think that I've now, at 63 years old, suddenly owned that it's not a bad thing to speak your mind and be who you want to be.
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
Child, the sun hadn't even peaked over Montecito when chaos hit that mansion like thunder. By 6 a.m., Meghan's phone was flashing so hard it could light a fire, calls piling up, texts flying in, publicists screaming, lawyers on hold. It wasn't some rumor this time, no sneaky paparazzi shot. No, honey, this was real footage. A leak. And the kind of leak that makes even seasoned PR teams lose their breath.
But I wonder, she'd probably be funnier. No, I think I'd be funnier. And, you know, her boys are a really special boy.
And guess who was behind it? Sarah Ferguson herself. Yes, that Fergie, the red-haired Duchess who's seen it all, from palace ballrooms to tabloid humiliation. Lord have mercy, she'd unleashed the ghosts of the royal past straight into Meghan's present. The clip was grainy, but you could tell clear as day it was Meghan. Young, glowing, laughing like the world belonged to her, glass of champagne in hand aboard a white yacht off the coast of Ibiza. Music blaring, sun glistening, billionaires lounging, and our Duchess right there in the middle, wild, carefree, the picture of a life she swore she'd left behind. And those cameras, they caught everything she never wanted seen again.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's former home, Frogmore Cottage.
And darling, it wasn't some random ex-friend or gossip blogger doing the damage. This was a royal insider. Someone who knew the code, knew exactly what it meant to shatter royal silence. Within minutes, Fergie footage was everywhere. TikTok, X, Instagram, millions of views in hours. Anchors gasping on live TV, analysts debating if it was real, but the internet didn't need proof. There she is, Miss Privacy on her yacht, one post said. So much for integrity, another snapped. The judgment was merciless. The image Meghan had spent years polishing feminist, philanthropist, the Duchess of Dignity crumbling in front of the whole world. The perfect fairy tale shattered by one old video that refused to die.
Duke and Duchess of York were told to vacate Windsor's royal lodge. A source close to the ex-royal told People that Sarah is going to be moving out and into a separate...
And here's the messy part. Fergie never even named her. She simply talked about that wild social circle she once shared with Andrew, that glamorous, reckless era. But oh, the internet connected those dots in seconds. Meghan's brand, her shield of sincerity, suddenly looked paper thin. Sources say inside Montecito, she just broke, shaking, crying, refusing to believe it. Not Fergie. She wouldn't, she kept repeating, but maybe Fergie would, because that woman knows what it feels like to be humiliated by cameras. After all, she was once the tabloid queen herself. Remember those scandalous photos in the 90 seconds? She'd lived the same nightmare Meghan thought she was above. So maybe this was payback. Maybe this was warning.
And King Charles has very much been dragged into this. The king has been heckled.
Royal watchers started whispering their theories. Fergie had kept quiet through all the Sussex drama, but insiders say she'd grown tired of Meghan's speeches about being unsupported, tired of the subtle digs at the family. She's rewriting history, one palace aide said. Fergie wanted to remind her every duchess has a past. And oh, what a reminder it was. By mid-morning, Meghan's PR team had gone full-blown crisis mode. Social media freeze, legal threats drafted, but the genie was out. British morning shows were gleeful. Good Morning Britain threw shade like confetti. Private era, public parties, one host laughed. And then came Fergie's official statement. Simple, deadly. Everyone has a past. But when one profits from moral superiority, honesty becomes fair game. Boom, that line exploded louder than any royal scandal this year. Suddenly, Meghan wasn't the truth teller, she was the hypocrite. By lunchtime, Hollywood was trembling. Executives whispering, will this hurt her brand deals? Streaming bosses calling emergency meetings? Because her whole empire relied on being aspirational, and yacht scandals don't exactly fit mindfulness podcasts. One insider sighed, she looks human now, and that's the problem. Back home, Harry was fuming not at Fergie, but at the circus. This is fame, Meg, he told her, pleading for calm. But calm wasn't happening. Doors slammed, phones rang, tears flowed. She felt cornered, betrayed, alone. Even her most loyal friends stayed silent. The Duchess who once controlled the narrative now couldn't control a single headline. Her defenders tried, bless them. She was young, we all make mistakes, one PR friend told Variety. But no one bought it. This wasn't just youth, it was hypocrisy. And the numbers proved it. 200,000 followers gone, overnight. Brand partners, reviewing contracts, a wellness company quietly backing out. And Buckingham? Oh, they were watching, smiling even. Poetic timing, one aide muttered. They'd known about this footage for years but never used it. Royal families play the long game. But when Meghan went on the offensive criticizing the firm's morality, she broke the unspoken code. Fergie just delivered the counterpunch. The woman who preached truth now undone by it. Even King Charles reportedly told Harry on a frosty call, handle it quietly. Dignity always wins. The irony? Dignity was the first thing Meghan lost that day. By evening, the once glamorous Montecito mansion felt like a war zone. Phones buzzing, staff whispering, Meghan pacing halls barefoot, voice cracking as she dictated furious replies. Outside, the world kept spinning hashtags like knives, number Yachtgate, number Fergie revenge, number Duchess unfiltered. She scrolled through them in silence until tears blurred the screen. Nobody defended her. Not Oprah, not Hollywood, not the fans who once called her brave. That night, she realized the monarchy she escaped could still destroy her without saying a word. Morning came and the panic hadn't cooled. PR meetings turned into battle councils. "Shut it down," her chief barked, pacing with cold coffee and shaking hands. But how do you shut down something that's already everywhere? The footage had 5 million views overnight. Meghan hid in her library, the only quiet corner left, staring at her reflection in the dark window. The woman staring back didn't look powerful anymore. She looked scared. Fergie, meanwhile, was thriving talk show microphones, podcast chairs, glossy interviews. She spoke softly, but every word sliced like glass. "You can't rewrite history," she said. "Truth always finds you," the host pressed. "So the footage is real?" Fergie smiled that sly smile. "Let's just say the Duchess was always a good performer." The crowd gasped. Within minutes, headlines screamed, "Fergie exposes Meghan's past." Meghan's PR team froze. Every defense they wrote sounded hollow. "If we don't define her now," her manager said, "they'll define her forever." Meghan looked up and said calmly, "Then we redefine it first." And Lord, she meant it. Within hours, her war machine roared. Carefully crafted statements, emotional photos, even plans for a tell-all video, all scheduled to drop within 48 hours. The palace, however, stayed chillingly quiet. Behind closed doors, senior aides met in Buckingham's gilded rooms, whispering strategy. "Fergie did what we never could," one said. "Now the world sees the cracks." "Then let it breathe," another added. "No interference, just contrast." And so while Meghan's team screamed online, the palace sent in the heavyweights. William and Kate appeared at a London gala, radiant, graceful, unbothered. Photos of their poise splashed across front pages beside Meghan's tear-stained screenshots. Message received. Fergie, never one to stop mid-spotlight, appeared again on global television, dressed in pearls, calm as tea. "We were once close," she said softly, "but ambition can change people." The host raised a brow. "So you leaked it for revenge?" She shook her head. "For truth. People deserve to know the woman behind the speeches." Oh, she knew exactly what she was doing. Back in California, Meghan watched through tears that finally looked real. Harry texted from overseas. "Don't respond yet, let it blow over." But how do you stay silent when the whole world's dissecting your life? That night, Meghan released her statement. Polished, emotional, perfectly worded. She said the clip was misconstrued, a private moment twisted into malice, a reflection of how women are punished for growth. Hashtags shifted again. Number stand with the Duchess. Number media misogyny, but the doubt lingered. Allies hesitated. Enemies celebrated. Inside the palace, a single memo circulated. Public sentiment turning. Recommendation, maintain silence. For once, the monarchy didn't need to fight. The scandal was devouring itself. By the third sunrise, Meghan wasn't crying anymore. She was plotting. "We flip it," she told her team. "We film my truth. No interviewer, no filter, just her and the camera." That afternoon, lights went up, makeup toned down, vulnerability turned into art. "I've made mistakes," she began softly, eyes glistening. But every woman's past is weaponized when she refuses to stay silent. The internet ate it up. Within hours, her truth special dominated every feed. Her truth trended worldwide. Celebs called it powerful, fans called it redemption. Even critics admitted it was genius. Manipulative? Yes, but genius. Except the universe wasn't done twisting. Across the ocean, a London journalist got hold of leaked metadata, proving the footage came from Fergie's own cloud account. Lord have mercy, the tables flipped overnight. Suddenly, Fergie looked like the villain of her own story. Producers dropped her, sponsors paused, contracts. "She underestimated the Duchess," one insider whispered. Meghan's team seized the opening, posting calm, cryptic messages like, "Truth reveals itself eventually," perfectly timed, perfectly cold. Fergie vanished from sight, issuing one limp denial. The internet didn't care it had chosen its winner. And baby, Meghan rode that wave like a pro. She announced a brand new documentary, Truth, Forgiveness, Power, produced by her own company, of course. The premiere looked like redemption wrapped in gold silk. Cameras flashing, fans cheering, the Duchess shimmering in confidence again. The film opened with her voice over crashing waves. Every woman faces her tide, even royalty can drown. The crowd gave her a standing ovation. For one glittering night, she'd won. But in Buckingham, King Charles watched the same film in silence. "It's masterful," one advisor said. "And manipulative," another added. The king murmured, "Both can be true. Prepare a response, a gesture, not words." Days later, the palace announced The Fellowship, a quiet new program supporting young filmmakers. Authenticity through action. They never mentioned her name, but the contrast spoke volumes. Commentators called it a silent slap delivered in velvet gloves. Meghan noticed. She always did. Reading the coverage, she felt that hollow ache again. Her victory already dissected, her sincerity questioned. Even Harry's message, "Proud of you, stay grounded." She felt like a sting. She retreated to her library once more. And there, on her desk, an envelope. No seal, no address. Inside, a still from the Yacht video, and a note in looping script. "Every crown comes with a cost. S. Fergie." Oh, she wasn't gone at all. Just waiting. Watching. Hours later, another twist reports claiming Meghan's documentary used palace footage without permission. Accusations flying both ways. Maybe Fergie leaked it, maybe the palace did. Nobody knew. Everybody speculated. The cycle began again. Rumors, denial, outrage, sympathy. Same storm, different day. And as night fell, Meghan stood beneath her courtyard lights, whispering to herself, "It never ends." Across the ocean, the Queen Regent strolled the palace garden with Fergie herself back in the shadows, calm, unreadable. "You both tried to control the story," the Queen murmured. "But history belongs to no one," Fergie smiled faintly. "Then let history do the editing." Weeks passed. Whispers spread that Meghan had stepped back from Hollywood, traveling quietly. Geneva, Nairobi, Singapore, meeting diplomats, NGOs, tech leaders. No red carpets, no cameras, just rumors of reinvention. Then one paparazzi shot surfaced, the Duchess boarding a plane at dusk. No entourage, no diamonds, just determination in her eyes. Caption: "The Duchess departs a new beginning." Some said exile, others evolution. But those who'd watched this whole saga knew that look. The same spark she had on that long ago yacht, ready to rewrite the story again. Because in this royal world, truth isn't discovered, it's manufactured, managed, and mastered until the next leak begins.